This is how you will begin your virtual assistant career or business as a community manager with just your phone. Yeah, it's 5 months till the end of the year and we don't have time anymore. So let's spill the tea. No excuses. Hi my friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If it's your first time seeing my beautiful face, hi, my name is Jen. I am so excited to welcome you into this growing community of virtual assistants and work from home enthusiasts. I would like to invite you, if you're a virtual assistant, you want to become a virtual assistant, or you're a work from home enthusiast interested in getting to know how to make money from the comfort of your home, whether using your laptop or using your phone, I'm inviting you to hit the subscribe button and join this community. It's the episode 4 of our virtual assistant for beginners crash course, the A to Z guideline. And yeah, I know that I owe you a couple of episodes and we're certainly going to get on them really soon. In the third episode, I showed you how I onboarded a new client in my virtual assistant business, and the reason was because I wanted you to have an experiential knowledge of how onboarding actually happens, especially because we have theoretically talked about what onboarding is and how to onboard a new client, and I wanted you to see how it is. If you've not watched the video, I would advise that you go and find that video to watch. And if after watching the video you do not understand it because you're a new virtual assistant, or you are already a virtual assistant trying to understand how to attract new clients, not to worry, just watch the video and over time you definitely get to understand why that video is needed. Now in episode 3, we talked about 4 services that you can offer as a new virtual assistant with just your smartphone. And because of course this series is basically to help you, especially if you don't have a budget, to know how to become a virtual assistant from scratch. So I'm not just going to be telling you what to do, I'm going to be showing you how to actually walk the walk. So in this video, we're going to be talking about how you can begin your virtual assistant journey with just your smartphone as a community manager virtual assistant. Remember that one of the services we talked about that you could offer your clients with your phone is community management, and we're going to be talking about how that can happen for you. And as usual, the video is divided into 3 parts. We're going to be talking about what community management is, things community managers do, tools that you need to become community managers, step-by-step guide on how to set up your community management virtual assistant business from scratch and get your first client in less than 90 days. And I'm not even capping. Alright, if you're ready to turn your smartphone into a powerful business tool, let's get right into the video. Okay, before we get right into the video, allow me to ask you, have you subscribed to my YouTube channel? I mean, amazing information for you, right? So you need to subscribe. By the way, we are almost at 1K subscribers and I am so excited about it because it's been 5 months since we started this YouTube channel and I'm really grateful for how much we've been growing. So if you are watching this video right now and you have not subscribed, please take the next few seconds to click the subscribe button. Also click the like button on this video so that the YouTube algorithm is going to be pushing this video for a lot of people to see. Okay, I'm waiting. Alright, I guess you have finally subscribed, so let's get back into your video. Now, what is community management? I'm sure if you're very familiar with the online space, you've certainly heard about community management a lot, especially because there are a lot of communities and those communities need qualified community managers. So, but what is community management? Community management is all about building, growing, and nurturing an online community around a brand, a personal brand, or an organization. As a community management virtual assistant, you are going to be the bridge between the brand and its audience. Your job is to ensure that there is a smooth communication and also the community remain very engaged and vibrant. And when I talk about communities, I mean communities like Telegram communities, Facebook groups, LinkedIn groups, Twitter audience, Instagram audience, WhatsApp group, and everywhere a public figure or the brand has their community in. And if you're wondering, okay, what kind of brand or what kind of people would have these kind of communities? Some very popular communities include the crypto community, the fitness community, the coaching community. So I feel like you're getting a hang of what I'm saying. Okay, so you may be asking, what then will you actually be doing? Because of course, it's one thing to know that you can be a community management virtual assistant. It's another thing to know that your job is to nurture, grow, and build this community. You may be wondering, okay, what exactly are you going to be doing for all of these things to happen, right? So now these are your tasks. The first task is for you to engage your community. That is, if there's a community. If there's no community yet, maybe you just landed a client, they don't have a community, and they would like to be the community, it means that you need to be the one to create or start that community. That means you have to advise them on the best place to host the community. You'd have to advise on what the goal of having the community is going to be, and also how to attract the community. Then if the brand already has a community, some of the tasks you're going to be doing is creating posts, engaging in conversations, engaging in discussions, moderating the group. Also, it depends on the kind of client and the kind of community that they have. So typical example is, if it's a coaching community, that means your client is a coach and they have community of their students. Some of the things you need to be doing is maybe posting resources, responding to comments that students will have, following up on the students based on assignments that the coach give on a daily. Your job is to ensure that the students in the community do not feel left behind, even if the coach is not always in the community. So now that you know the things you're going to be doing as a community virtual assistant, now what are the skills you need to learn, or the skills that you need to know for you to become a successful community management virtual assistant? The first one is communication. Remember that you are going to be the bridge between your client's audience and your client. So you want to know how to communicate very clean, and also communicate in a way that will make the people in the community to engage. Your job is to ensure that they engage actually. So you need excellent written and verbal communication skills. So if you're one of those persons that like to write in shorthand, you have to work on that. If you're one of those persons that do not know the difference between I'm and am, you have to work on that. If you're one of those persons that do not know how to use your exclamation mark properly, you have to work on that if you'd like to become a community management virtual assistant. And if you're wondering, okay, Jen, I would like to become a community management virtual assistant, but I have very poor written communication skills, how do I work on that? All you need to do is just check some YouTube videos about the right way to write in English. Remember, you're going to be communicating with these communities in English, so you want to learn correct sentences. See, a lot of times you feel like you have grown beyond certain levels. A lot of times you feel like you don't necessarily need the basic things, you just need the bigger things, but that is not true. There are times I actually watch English lessons on how to write a sentence correctly, just because I want to get better at what I do. This is something that you should do. If you want to become a community management virtual assistant and you're not sure about your communication skills, that is your written communication skills, even your verbal communication skills, then I would advise you to watch videos like that. Videos that will help build your vocabularies, videos that will help you understand the difference between some words, past tense, present tense, and present continuous tenses, videos that will help you understand how to use exclamation marks and all of that. They are really, really important. The next skill you need is organizational skill. It's very important for you to know how to organize yourself, organize your time, organize the student, and also organize tasks, because a couple of times you're going to be doing more than one thing at the same time, and you do not want to appear shabby, you do not want to appear disorganized, because it is going to rub off on your client. And if you're working with a client that has a certain brand perception, it is going to be important for you to help them keep it. So you want to learn how to stay organized. And if you're wondering how can you learn how to stay organized, or how can you stay organized, the first thing to do if you want to learn how to stay organized is understanding certain things that is required of you as a community management virtual assistant. Again, I'll use the example of the coach. If you want to be a community management virtual assistant for a coach, it means that you need to have a basic understanding of what coaches do. Once you have a basic understanding of what coaches do, it will help you know what is expected of you. And once you know what is expected of you, it's going to be very easy for you to stay organized. Then of course, you can use tools like your note app, you can use tools like your pen and paper for your to-do list, you can also use tools like your Google Calendar, and also your phone's alarm to help you stay organized, so that you're not missing out on deadlines, you're not missing out on meetings, and also you're not missing out when the community needs you. Next thing you need is creativity. Remember, your goal is to ensure that these community members are engaging, and there's no way you just come and say, hi, how are you doing, and they're going to respond. So you need creative ways to help you get them to respond, to help you get them to engage, and also to help you get them to participate in all of the activities that have been stated to happen in the community. So you need creativity skills. You need to be able to think of something. You need to be able to think of new ideas, new strategies to help the people in the community engage. Other skills that you need empathy, and you also need to be tech savvy, because again, when you're thinking of creative ways, there are certain tools you need to use, and also depending on the kind of clients you're working with and depending on the niche they're in, they may also be requiring you to use new tech tools as they come. Now you may be wondering, Jen, can I really use my phone to do all of this? And the answer is yes, and I'll show you how or why. It is because of the tools you are going to be using. Remember that in the first episode I mentioned that there are some tools that have mobile application. So yes, that is how you are going to be using your phone for this. So the different tools that you need to help you get started include social media management apps. Remember I said that there are different communities, and these communities are hosted everywhere. So some are hosted on Instagram, some are hosted on Telegram, some are hosted on WhatsApp. So of course you need all of these applications for you to be able to manage the communities. And you see that all of these platforms do not necessarily require you to have them on your laptop. I'm sure that right now you actually have most of these applications in your phone. Next tool that you need is content creation tools. So content creation tools like Canva, CapCut, InShot, Grammarly, all of these things are going to help you to create content. And you may be wondering, but Jen, this is about community management. Why are you talking about content creation? The truth is, you are going to be in charge of coming up with strategies to ensure that the community is engaging. So that may require you to create some content, that may require you to do one or two, whether on Canva, on InShot, or on CapCut. And then of course, Grammarly is there to help you make sure that your English is always spot on. Another tool that you need is analytics app. So analytics app like Facebook Analytics and Google Analytics, this is going to help you track engagement in your group, so that when you are reporting, when you are creating reports for your clients, you have results to show for the work that you've been doing for the last 1 month or all through the contract period. So with these tools that I have mentioned, you can create posts, you can manage community, you can respond to comments, and also keep your eyes on the community to ensure that the community goals of your clients is being achieved, all from the comfort of your phone. Okay, you'll agree with me that this is a masterclass, because we've discussed a lot so far. I've carried you from helping you understand what community management is, helping you understand what community management virtual assistants do, helping you understand the skills that you need to become a successful community management virtual assistant, and also tools that you need to have to help you begin your journey with your smartphone. Let me know in the comment section if you're understanding everything that I've been saying so far. If you're interested in becoming a community management virtual assistant, it means that this video is for you. So pause this video and type "I am a successful community management virtual assistant" in the comment section, just so that I know that you are following and you are understanding everything that I've said. Okay, so now it is one thing to know skills, right? It's another thing to actually turn the skills into a business or into your career, and that's what we're going to be talking about right now. And I should say that whether you decide to become a freelancer, whether you decide to become a business owner virtual assistant, whether you decide to become a 9-to-5 virtual assistant, you are a business owner. As long as you are a human being offering a service to make money in the long run, you're a business owner. So when I say starting your business or starting your career, I actually mean the same thing, except when I say I don't mean the same thing. So yeah, let's know that. Okay, how do you set up your business as a community management virtual assistant? The first thing I would always advise, no matter what you're about to do, is to figure out what your niche should be. And I think that I've talked about what niching is. Niching just simply means figuring out or deciding the particular community of people you want to render your service to, a specific target audience you want to provide service to. So you can decide that, you know what, Jen, I want to only work as a community management virtual assistant to people in crypto. I want to work as a community management virtual assistant to people in the coaching industry. I want to work as a community virtual assistant to influencers. I want to work as a community management virtual assistant to fitness groups or people in the fitness journey, whichever one. So that is what it means to find your niche. So you want to first decide what your niche is going to be. Secondly, after you decided what your niche should be, you want to create a business plan. Yeah, I know that it sounds difficult. I know that it is sounding too serious, but there's no way you want to start this thing and actually do it for long term and succeed in it if you do not have a plan. So please create a business plan. And your business plan, I promise you, is not that difficult. It just means deciding the services you are going to be offering, how much you are going to be offering these services, the people that you are going to be offering this service to, and how long you'll be offering this service to them. This will just help you to not appear as though you are doing it as a hobby, but appear as though you are doing this as a professional. Even if it is not very clear to you right now, just get your pen and paper and just write these things down. Okay, my niche is community management virtual assistants for people in crypto. My services will be engaging in their Telegram community and also engaging in their Twitter spaces. Pricing is going to be per hour. I'm going to be charging, let's say, $5 per hour or $10 per hour or $2 per hour, and I'm going to be offering these services to them either one-off or for long term, depending on how they want to go. This simply is how your business plan is supposed to be as you are starting now. You see that it's not difficult actually. Now that you've created your business plan, the next thing you want to do is to build your online presence. I know that a lot of you do not like the idea of showing your face online, creating content like Jen online and all of that. That is fine. But if you say that you're a community management virtual assistant and you don't have a community or you don't have a presence online, that is not exactly a good way to sell yourself. In fact, let me give you a gist. One of the reasons I started creating content online, one of the reasons I even specifically started creating content on YouTube was because I wanted to start offering a service called script development. So script development for people that create content, script development for coaches that want to create content to help them sell their courses. And my strategy is for me to show up, create this content myself, so that when I come and pitch to you that I can do this, and I share you the link to my YouTube videos, you will not have any doubt about hiring me. Truthfully, the best way to get people to hire you is to actually show them proof. And the sweetest proof actually is showing them proof or results that you are getting for yourself, because of course it's very easy for you to get results for somebody that's paying you, but what about you that you're not paying yourself? It's very difficult. So if you can actually be disciplined enough to create results for yourself that is not paying you, then of course it will be very easy for you to create for somebody else that will be paying you, and that is a very, very good way to get clients to work with you. So build your online presence. You can create a social media account, you can create a Facebook account, you can create an Instagram account, you can create a LinkedIn account. And if you say, oh Jen, I'm really not the content type, I'm really not the type that likes to show my face, fine. All you need to do is just create your LinkedIn profile and just share the different things you will do to help different platforms or different communities grow. If you do that consistently while you're applying for your jobs and linking your CV or resume to your LinkedIn profile, that will help as well. So you do not exactly have the excuse of not being able to create a community or to create an online presence. Next thing is for you to network. It is so important. A lot of people keep talking about networking, and people think that when people say networking, they only mean physical networking. So there's physical networking and then there is online networking. And how do you carry out networking in the online space? You can join Facebook groups, you can join LinkedIn groups, you can join communities on Instagram just by commenting on pages that you like or pages that have a lot of other engagement as well. And don't even say, oh, this page does not have a lot of engagement, so I'm not going to engage, even if you like the content. Remember that you're trying to be a community management virtual assistant, so of course you need to do all of the things that you will be doing if you had a client. You need to do all of the things that you'll be expecting your client's audience to do when you are managing them. Lastly, you want to get testimonials. And now again, you'll be wondering, how do you get testimonials if you've never worked before? This is where putting yourself out there comes in. This is where maybe interning comes in as well. So 2 ways you can actually get testimonials without necessarily working for anybody or landing your first job. The first one is you can create a dummy community. You can create a dummy community, or you can start your own community, or better still, your online presence, your social media profile that you've created. You can start creating content in a community manager kind of way, getting people to engage in your community. Or better still, you can reach out to a community that you like, maybe a small growing community, not necessarily a big community, but they can consider you. You can reach out to a small growing community and offer to manage a community, let's say for 1 month or for 2 weeks, whichever you'd like. and in exchange for a testimonial. That is going to help you so that when you start sending in your portfolio or sending in your resume, you will be confident enough that you have experience to back it up. Remember that consistency is key, especially if you are trying to build your own community or you are building your own social media presence to be able to attract clients. You have to stay consistent. In fact, our goal for becoming a community management virtual assistant is to practice all of these steps that I've discussed for 90 days. You have to consistently practice and do everything that I've said for 90 days before you can say, oh Jen, I don't think this is working. I hope we have a deal. Let me know in the comment section that we have a deal. So now that you've set up your business, right, the next thing you want to do is certainly look for clients. So where do you find these clients? Like we all know, you can find clients on freelance platforms, and some people think that freelancing platforms are no longer like the best way or the best place to find clients because there is a lot of freelancers looking for clients and there are not enough clients, which I don't think I have anything to say about that really. But there are other places you can find clients. Recently I discovered a place that a lot of people do not know that you can find clients, and one place is Instagram Threads. I bet you did not know about that. In fact, there is a coach I'm going to start working with on my fitness journey. If you watch my intense media research video, of course you understand what I'm talking about. This lady actually got me from Threads. I just posted a random thread and she commented, and before you know what, I clicked on her Instagram. I went to check out her Instagram and I clicked on her link in bio, and before you know what's happening, I've applied for her coaching program. That is how insane it is. And there are a lot of times that I'm scrolling through Threads, I'm seeing people say that they need virtual assistants, they need community managers. You can just be active there. If you feel like, oh, starting on Instagram, starting on Facebook or Twitter is too much for you because there are a lot of big people there already, you can start with Threads. Threads is not very popular. A lot of people are just using Threads for leisure. That means that there is less noise there, and that means you can actually grow there. Another place you can find clients, you can join job boards like remote.co. You can be very active on LinkedIn. All you need to do is set up alerts. So once you optimize your LinkedIn, you can set up alerts for the kind of jobs that you're looking for, based on your niches, based on the people you're trying to attract, and every time there's a job like that, you get a notification. Then also you can join Facebook groups, you can join LinkedIn groups. I have a couple of my students that actually got their first jobs from Facebook groups. Again, you just need to be engaging to get them to notice you and also want to work with you. And also other communities is my Virtual Assistant Bootcamp community. We have our alumni community, although the only people that get a chance to be in that community are people that have undergone the Virtual Assistant Bootcamp. And the reason is because I have clients, I have business owners reaching out to me every time to get virtual assistants, and I need to recommend somebody I can trust. And the only virtual assistants I can very much trust are people that have gone through either my mentorship, my coaching, or my bootcamp, because it means that you've heard me speak, you know what I like about work, you know what quality work is, and you're definitely going to do me proud. So if you're interested in joining the community, we're currently taking in new besties for EVB cohort 4. All you just need to do is comment EVB4, or better still, click the link in the description box and it'll take you to the landing page to join us. I hope that you're going to be joining us because I'll really be excited to see my YouTube besties. Another very amazing way you can actually get clients is through cold pitching. So whether cold emailing, cold DMing, or cold calling, you can just get people convinced to actually work with you. There's a lot of things I would like to say about cold emailing especially, but I'm leaving that for my besties in the Virtual Assistant Bootcamp. One more thing is, before you start going to apply for jobs, you need to have your resume ready, or your CV ready, or your portfolio ready. If you do not know how to create a portfolio, I would advise that you check out one of my videos on how to create a portfolio with Canva for beginners. That will help you a lot. If you're one of those people wondering what's the difference between a CV and a resume, how can I create a CV for myself, how can I create a resume for my virtual assistant career, then you should look forward to my next video, because that is one thing I am going to be dissecting in my next video. Right, it's been an amazing time. I have had fun shooting this. It's been so educative even for me, because I have learned new things as well, especially that if I want to become a community management virtual assistant, I need to engage with other people's content as well, right? That is my take home. I'd like to know what your take home is in the comment section. Tell me what your take home is from this video. And before I leave your face right now, I'll just give you a couple of tips that will help you stay successful. The first thing is to ensure that you are consistent. Consistency is key. Oh my god, consistency is key. Again, you cannot try all of these things that I've said for 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month, 2 months and say, oh my god, it's not working, it's not for me. No, you want to do it for at least 3 months, 3 to 6 months in fact, for you to say that it is not working. So please stay consistent. The next thing is to be responsive. I've mentioned this thing before. If you decide that the route you like to take is to join communities so that you can find jobs there, do not just stay in the community and not be engaging. In fact, start from our YouTube community. This YouTube page is not only for virtual assistants. This YouTube page is not only for people that are looking forward to becoming a virtual assistant. This YouTube page is also made to attract business owners to come and find virtual assistants. So this means that there are some business owners that may just be scrolling and they will find this video and maybe check the comment section, and from there, who knows, you can get a client from there. So start by being responsive with this YouTube video. Ensure that you comment. Ensure that every time you see an interesting content or you see an interesting conversation going on in a community that you like, you engage. Next thing is to ensure that you're always giving value. Nobody is looking for somebody that will keep taking from them. So if you want people to consider you, if you want people to look at you and not your competitor, you have to come differently. And one way to come differently is to always provide value, whether you're asked about it or you're not asked about it. But of course, you want to ensure that you're not doing it in a rude way or in a way that is not palatable. Then of course, you need to stay positive. Very, very key. I have these affirmation cards that I read every day. So it comes in a pack. And every day I wake up after my prayers, when I'm about to start working, I just bring out one and I read it out and I feel better. So you have to stay positive. You can stay positive by reciting a lot of affirmations. You can stay positive by writing affirmations. You can stay positive by reading affirmations. Whatever works for you. You can also stay positive by listening to the right things or being around the right people. Whatever works for you, but you have to stay positive if you would want to break through, especially because you're using your phone. The fact that you're using your phone means that you have to work times 10 harder than people that are using their laptop, and you need to show that you really want this for yourself. Remember that your goal is to transition from using a phone to using a laptop that you're going to be buying from the money that the clients you attracted with your phone gave you. So you have to be very serious with this. Alright, I am so excited. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you had a great time. Let me know if you like this video. Let me know what other content you like me to talk about. This series is dedicated to you if you don't have a budget and you want to become a virtual assistant. So I would advise that you take it very seriously. Every time people reach out to me to ask me how they can learn from me as a virtual assistant coach, I always tell them that they can either learn from me for free or they can learn from me with cash. So if you want to learn from me for free, all you need to do is sit on my YouTube channel and also on my Instagram page at Jen the Virtual Assistant. Carry your pen and paper, write out the things that I say, but not only should you write it, but also implement. So implement for 3 to 6 months and come back to tell me if it did not work for you or not. Alright, thank you so much. I will see you in my next video.